6:48, this is your morning in 8 minutes. A Knoxville family is grieving the loss of a son this morning after a training accident killed 2 soldiers and hurts 12 others in Alaska.
It happened Monday when a military transport lost control and flipped. The 2 soldiers killed in the accident are 23-year-old specialist Jeremy Daniel Evans of Knoxville and 22-year-old specialist Brian Joshua Snowden of Lawndale, Missouri. An Army Alaska spokesperson says the driver of a light-medium tactical vehicle lost control and flipped with 17 people inside. Jeremy Evans joined the Army in July of 2020. Trust us to continue to dig for answers on this. We are waiting to hear back from Knox County Schools to see if Evans was a graduate from there.
Deputy, father, and husband Tucker Blakely, who was killed in the line of duty earlier this week, will be laid to rest tomorrow.
You can pay your respects right now at the City-County building. Blakely's cruiser is now a memorial that sits outside. People have been stopping by and leaving messages and flowers to honor the life of the fallen deputy. Blakely's car will be across the City-County building until it's taken to Clear Springs Baptist Church in Coreyton on Friday. Deputy Tucker will lie in state starting tomorrow morning at 10 at Clear Springs Baptist. The public is invited. A celebration of life will start at 2 o'clock. And today, the Knoxville-Knox County Planning Commission will discuss zoning ordinance changes addressing missing middle housing.
Commissioners will consider Knoxville Mayor India Kincannon's proposal to allow middle housing in neighborhoods around downtown. Middle housing involves more diverse types of housing, like duplex and triplex and townhomes. The plan includes adding design, dimensional, conversion, and parking standards. It is also called attainable housing because it's much easier to get than a single-family unit and provides more space without the lawn care. Also on the agenda, proposals from City Council candidate R. Bentley Marlowe that would ease restrictions limiting middle housing construction citywide.
And a convicted felon is back behind bars. Nearly 24 guns, along with drugs, including fentanyl and meth, are off the streets.
Investigators say they found it all in one home. This happened yesterday at a home in Rocky Top. Agents from the 7th Judicial Crime Task Force in Anderson County say they searched a home on Huckleberry Lane. Officials say they found 13 rifles, 11 pistols, thousands of rounds of ammunition, 8 ounces of meth, fentanyl, and crack cocaine. Officials say the convicted felon will be charged, but their identity will not be shared due to an ongoing investigation. Count on us for continuing coverage of this story. Multiple people are recovering this morning after a serious crash in Crossville.
Yeah, the people inside needed to be airlifted to the hospital. This happened on Highway 127 in front of Lowe's. 2 vehicles involved in the crash. The southbound lanes of Highway 127 were shut down. 2 helicopters had to land at the scene. Both those lanes are back open this morning, but officials with Crossville Fire and Rescue say they had to use special equipment to get the passengers out of the cars. We'll have more on this story and continue to update you on the conditions of those victims.
A Tennessee family is displaced after a house fire that was sparked by an air fryer.
The woman inside says one minute she was taking a test, the next she was jumping out of her window.
My eyes were burning and I couldn't see the screen. And immediately I opened my door to see what was going on, and all I saw was pitch black. I opened the window, punched the screen, and kind of leaked out because I was trying to get out as quick as possible.
She finally jumped down and the fire was put out. Firefighters said an air fryer started the fire. It was left plugged in. This happened in Franklin, just outside of Nashville. No one was hurt in the fire, but the family is displaced and wants to remind everyone to unplug appliances, even if it's just sitting on your counter. Well, the House is closed for business until next week after the historic removal of House Speaker Kevin McCarthy.
Interim Speaker Patrick McHenry sent lawmakers home to cool off with only about 6 weeks to prevent a government shutdown. The potential shutdown is just a month away now. 2 Republicans have already thrown their hat into the race for Speaker. Some House Republicans are expressing their frustrations with Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz, leader of the charge against Speaker McCarthy, and the 7 GOP lawmakers who joined to vote him out. Congress members have until November 17th to avoid another possible shutdown. And the Biden administration is forgiving $9 billion in federal student loan debt. The move affects 125,000 people who are now eligible under existing debt relief programs. The 3 categories of borrowers it impacts are public servants, some people enrolled in income-driven repayment plans, and disabled borrowers. Student loan payments started this week for the first time since the pandemic began. In Blount County, the sheriff's office is warning you about a phone scammer posing as a law enforcement officer.
Officials say they received several complaints yesterday from people who the scammer targeted. Here's what you need to know. The criminal is using the actual name of local law enforcement officers, and it's not the actual officers making the calls. If you get a call from someone claiming to work from the Blount County Sheriff's Office or any other local agency saying you have unpaid fines, missed jury duty, or that there's a warrant out for your arrest or anything similar, hang up. The caller is asking people to wire money or send gift cards. Law enforcement will never do that. If you get a call like this, call the police to make sure it's a scam.
For the 11th week straight, nobody hit the Powerball jackpot, which means you get another chance at becoming a billionaire.
That top prize sits at $1.4 billion this morning. The last time someone won the lottery was July 19th. Right now, the cash option for Saturday's drawing, just over $643 million. This will be the 9th drawing for both Powerball and Mega Millions, with jackpots larger than $1 billion this year. Your odds of winning are 1 in 292.2 million. The next drawing is Saturday night at 11.
It is 6:54. We want to get a check of your first alert traffic with Kristen Allen.
Yeah, good morning, guys. We first alerted you to this crash in your WVLT News App. You can see 2 left lanes of I-40 West are blocked. This is just near West Hills, already causing big delays on I-40 West. This is just west of Paper Mill. You can see that crash there in the distance. So really, you're going to have to give yourself some extra time. Seek an alternative route. If you are headed out this morning, this is further back. You can see cars bumper to bumper and everybody hit the brakes out there this morning. So take it easy, give those emergency crews plenty of space if you do happen upon this morning. Here's a look at that backup we're seeing so far. We'll keep an eye on this for you, but it is stretching back a couple of miles so far. Take a look at those main roads and interstates. This is the only backup we're seeing out there so far this morning. So we'll keep an eye on this for you throughout the morning.
Your first alert forecast with Chief Meteorologist Heather Haley.
6:55. We are on the warm side for a little longer. Again, we are tracking that cold front for you that brings in some showers tomorrow, brings us down to a seasonable high, but leaves us chilly for this weekend. Now, I love to have a good bonfire this time of year, but I want to point out that it has been very dry. The front for tomorrow is not that impressive. So really what we have here is very dry conditions. Although it's chilly, it's also breezy. Everything's very dry. So that would make for a wildfire risk. I want to discourage anyone from having those bonfires, fire pits, whatever it may be. Let's play it safe here as we go into the weekend. As I mentioned, it is breezy, gusts around 15 miles per hour with a few showers. Tomorrow, it'll be breezy throughout the day on Saturday with 20 mile per hour gusts, and then they'll kick up again Sunday afternoon. So for now, we're just catching a few clouds on the warm side. 57 in Pigeon Forge, Knoxville's at 63, La Folle at 59. Some choppy cooling here in those clouds that'll continue to roll in. Temperatures still up at 77 at noon and a high today of 83, but bringing those temperatures down in your first alert 8-day planner. Again, wanted to point out the breezy conditions, the chill this weekend, but notice temperatures rebound next week. So we've got a lot of ups and downs to continue to track for you coming up at 7 on the CW.
That low 45 Saturday to Sunday. I need a big parka, that's for sure. 6:56, headed over to WBXX. Have a good Thursday.